Hey, Royal Family, welcome to my General Hospital Daytime Drama channel. I am your hostess, the Daytime Drama Queen. I have your General Hospital recap for Monday, March 27th. Now, let's hop to it. Continuing from Friday's episode, we see Spencer Cassadine at the door of Curtis and Portia's place. Marshall and Trina are inside. They open the door and Spencer says, "I'm here to pick up Trina." Trina then says, "Okay, I'm going to head out. It was nice seeing you, Marshall." Marshall then says, "What's the rush? Come on in, Mr. Cassadine. I think that you and I are overdue for a chat." Trina stammers and says, we really have to go." Marshall says, "I already had lunch, Trina. I promise I won't bite." Spencer looks at Trina and tells her that it is nothing to worry about. Trina says, "Okay, this shouldn't take long." Marshall says, "We'll be right here." Trina then leaves the room. Trina leaves. Marshall tells Spencer, "Wanna sit?" Spencer goes, "Look, Mr. Ashford, I realize that you and your family and most of Trina's friends do not approve our friendship." Marshall then says, "Except you and Trina are more than just friends, and that changes everything." Spencer tells Marshall, "When you look at me, all you see is the guy who hurt Trina." Marshall tells Spencer, "I'm aware of everything you've done. No need to rehash it." Spencer says, "I do every day." Spencer tells Marshall that he regrets how he hurt Trina and that he hates himself for it. Spencer tells Marshall that he does care about Trina and that he doesn't blame him for wanting to keep him away from Trina. Spencer continues. He tells Marshall that he's being honest with himself and he's trying to become a better man and that he really cares for Trina. He then tells Marshall, "I know that you have no reason to believe me." Marshall stops him and points his finger and says, "That's where you're wrong." He tells Spencer, "Stop beating yourself up before you knock yourself out." Marshall says, "I can see that you are trying with the steady support you are giving Trina with all of her family drama mess." Spencer says, "I did not expect you to say that." Marshall says, "Don't get used to it." Marshall also says that, "I can see you stepping up for your baby brother. How can I be anything but appreciative for that?" Spencer says, "Thank you, sir." Spencer tells Marshall that he's trying to be a better man for Trina and his brother. Marshall tells Spencer that he has to do it for himself and that he cannot look for others for validation. Marshall tells Spencer that Trina is willing to go through great lengths for you, and I better see her faith in you rewarded. Trina comes back into the room. Marshall wishes them that they have a good time tonight. He then leaves the room. Trina asks Spencer, "Did Marshall put your feet to the fire?" Spencer says, "Yeah, I'm a little smoky." Trina says, "I will talk to him." Spencer says, "No need. He was honest and wise, and he gave me a whole new perspective." Trina goes, "On what?" Spencer replies, "Us." Trina tells him that he deserves to be happy. He says that you make me very happy. Spencer then tells her, "And the only thing I know for sure is that I want you in my life." Trina says, "Well, that's a relief because I have no plans of going anywhere." They get closer and closer and wait for it. Trina and Spencer begin to kiss. Marshall comes back into the room and clears his throat. He says, "You're still here?" The party isn't going to decorate itself. Spencer is outside. Trina goes over to Marshall and says, "Whatever you said to Spencer, thank you." Marshall tells her, "You know I always got your back, girl." Laura goes to see Elizabeth, who is decorating for Cameron's going away party. Elizabeth tells Laura that she's happy for Cam, but she's going to miss him. Laura then tells Elizabeth that she needs to talk with her. Laura says, "I need to talk to you about Nicholas." She tells Liz that she doesn't blame Elizabeth for going to the cops on Nicholas. She says that Nicholas made the wrong choice. She just wished that Liz had come to her. Liz tells her that you are the mayor and that you are my son's grandparents, and I didn't want to make you an accomplice. Meanwhile, Anna and Valentine are at the safe house. Anna is pacing back and forth. She said, "We should have heard from Eileen by now." Valentine says maybe she's stuck in traffic. Give her some time. We don't have to assume the worst yet. As far as Victor knows, we are still dead. Anna says that although Eileen is working for them, we must prepare ourselves for any complications. Valentine tells her we must stay vigilant. He tells Anna that everything is going according to plan and we will be home tonight. Eileen and Victor are still in his hotel suite. Victor takes out a pad and a pen and starts to record some numbers on the Ice Princess. He says, "Ah, yes." Eileen asks Victor, "Are we done yet?" Victor says, "I told you, my dear, we are just getting started." Eileen says that she has to be at City Hall. Victor says, "What's at City Hall?" Eileen then told Victor that she would be curious to know what this is all about. Victor says, "And then you deserve some answers." Victor walks over to Eileen with the Ice Princess and gives it to her. She tells Victor that she can't accept it. You keep it. Victor says that he is not into fencing jewelry. Eileen said it is worth millions. She asks him, "What is this all about?" Victor says, "I'm just saving the world." He then tells him about the story of how he came into getting the Ice Princess with his brothers. Victor says that his intentions was to save the world from all the wrongdoing. However, his brother Mikos got hold of the necklace and decided to do treachery. Victor tells Eileen how Luke and Laura thwarted those plans. He said now that has all changed. He will look out for his family. Victor says that he will use the necklace to wrong the world of to right the world of his wrongs, but some people will have to be sacrificed. Continuing from Friday's episode, Cameron is at Laura's place. Esme is about to make a run with baby Ace when Cam asks her where is she going. She says, "None of your business." Cameron tells her, "It is my business. This is my grandmother's house." Esme goes, "You're Cameron Weber?" He says, "Yes." Esme said, "I allegedly heard that I did some bad things to you." Cameron said, "Allegedly? Who told you that?" Cameron then tells Esme how she ruined his life and his friend's life. He goes into detail about how Esme made a sex tape of him and Joss, and that what was meant to be a perfect moment was ruined. Esme then broadcast a video at PCU in front of everyone. Esme said, "Well, if I did those things, I'm sorry." Esme starts to boo-hoo how everyone is against her. Cameron informs her that it was Trina's decision for the DA to drop the charges against her, and he, Joss, and Spencer went along with it. Esme tells Cam that she feels that she can trust him. Meanwhile, we see Jocelyn going into Kelly's. Maxie stops her and tells her that she would like her to perform at the nurses' ball. Josh says that she doesn't know if she can do it alone. She had Cameron to perform with her last time. Maxie goes, "Yeah, that's a shame Cameron has to leave right before the nurses' ball." Maxie then suggests that she performs with Trina. Josh says, "I will have to ask Trina first." Just then, Dex walks up behind Maxie. Maxie turns around and says, "Who are you?" He introduced himself as Dex Heller, Sonny's bodyguard. Maxie, who was looking for more talent, asked Dex if he can dance. Dex says, "Not in public." Dex then looks at Jocelyn and says, "I didn't know you could sing." Maxie jumped in and said, "She's great." Maxie then has to go get a cup of coffee. She tells them that she will be back to discuss the matter with them. So it looks like we'll have Dex, Joss, and Trina performing at the nurses' ball. While back at the safe house, Anna makes a call to Eileen to get out of there. Eileen picks up the phone with Victor still in the room and says that she can't leave just now. Anna snaps for her to get out of the room. Trina and Spencer arrive at the going away celebration for Cam. Spencer asks his grandmother Laura, "Where is Cam?" She said he had to go somewhere. Just then, Cam walks in the door with Esme and the baby right behind him. Well, Royal Family, that's it for today's recap. Please send me your thoughts, your comments, and your theories, and we will discuss at a later time. Until then, ta-ta!